y'all, look at this massive box I got from Sigma. I have the Beauty and the Beast collection. I am really excited. I want to create a look. I want to swatch everything for y'all. I want to talk about this collection. It's going to be a good time. Let's jump into it. Y'all, Sigma is launching a Beauty and the Beast collection. I am a Disney fan. I really am. I don't buy every Disney collab, but I really love the ones from Sigma. Last year we had Alice in Wonderland, which was all colorful. The year before we had Cinderella, which was like half neutral, half colorful. And I feel like Sigma really knows how to take a Disney collab and make it like luxe, luxury Disney, like Disney grown up, and I'm all about that. So before we jump into the collection, I do want to say thank you to everybody who sent me well wishes. I've been having a migraine. With that, like the migraine passes, I have a little bit of a lingering headache, but the nausea, skin sensitivity, all of that lasts a little bit longer for me, a few days. So if you see me and I'm looking a little swollen, it's just a migraine side effect. I'm kind of swollen in through here. So I do apologize for that, but I'm feeling good enough to play with makeup and I'm so excited for this collection. So I just wanted to throw that out there that, you know, I may be looking a little puffy and a little sensitive, but it's totally okay. So let's talk about this collection piece by piece, and then maybe at the end we'll look at this palette compared to their other Disney collabs. Okay, let's first talk about the eyeshadow palette because I love eyeshadows so much, and we have the Beauty and the Beast palette. So very, very luxe. This palette is going to be $49. Everything in this collection is going to launch on the 17th. Let me tell you the time. October 17th. I actually don't see a time, so I will put that in the description box if I can find it. I do have an affiliate code with Sigma. My code is HeatherAustin10. I will also put that in the description box. If you want to save, you can use my code. I know that this collection was put on retailer websites maybe a little earlier than was planned. So I am really excited to be playing with this because I was excited from the time I saw the like leaks or whatever. But let's talk about this palette. I want to show you a close-up in swatches because when I first saw the photos of this, I was thinking it looks really beautiful. It makes sense to me that they're gonna do neutrals. And I was kind of wondering, like, where's the blue for Beast and the yellow gold for Belle's dress? But seeing this palette actually and the embossings in the pan, I see we do have a navy blue for Beast, and we do have a really pretty like yellowy gold shimmer for Belle. I love the embossings on the pan. I really tried to kind of do this palette in different lighting and stuff so that y'all could see the shimmers well and you could see the imprints in the pan, because I do think that that's really, really special. I feel like Sigma is consistently good quality. The mattes are easy to blend. You can build them. The shimmers, they have like a sparkly shimmer formula. They have a more smooth shimmer formula that I know is really, really beautiful if you have texture on your lids that you don't want to emphasize. I like that Sigma typically gives us some different formulas in their palette. I really appreciate that. So I wanted to make sure I could show you like how beautiful that palette is. And there is also a brush set. So I love Sigma brushes so much. I have a favorite set with them, and I am actually really excited because this brush right here, this is the F46 Angled Foundation. I don't have this brush from Sigma, so this is a new to me brush. I'm looking forward to playing with this one. I do want to show you some close-ups of the brushes so that you can see like the ferrule. On one we have Beast, on one we have Belle, on one we have Chip, on one we have Lumiere, and on one we have Clocksworth. So a lot of detail, the navy blue handle with the gold ferrule, really, really beautiful. I love my Sigma brushes. So for me, I can never have too many. I'm really, really, really excited about those. We'll definitely use them today. And then we also have one of their sparkly, glittery bags. These are so luxe. I'm going to show you in a close-up, but if I rub my hand on the bag, glitter does not come off on my hand. I love that because sometimes you get a glittery bag that feels textured and it just means glitter everywhere. Not with these from Sigma. And then the inside lining, we also have like a Beauty and the Beast print. We have the castle. We have a lot of the characters in there. Really, really beautiful lining. Just listen, it's luxe. It's luxe Disney. There is also a mini lip set. We do have the beautiful Beauty and the Beast printed on one side in gold with Sigma printed on the other side. I want to show you lip swatches. These are the lip creams. So they are hydrating, like kind of like a glowy, glossy type lipstick. Pigmented, but super duper beautiful. I really like this formula from Sigma. I also really like that we have 3 shades in this mini set. The mini set is going to be $29, which I feel like that is a great price. It's a little less than $10 per lip cream, and then you use a code on top of that to save a little extra. So I really like these shades, and I thought instead of just swatching them on my hand, maybe it would be fun to do a lip swatch. Today, I'm actually wearing like a mix of the 3 shades. I just kind of put some on and blended them together because I'm like, let me just mix them. But the last thing in this palette, this collection is the Face Trio. So this is their cheek palette. This has a like highlighter with Lumiere printed in it, genius, and we have more glowy blushes. So we have Something Sweet and Beauty Within. We will put these both on the face. That's actually what we will do first. And these little like inserts that come on top of the palette, I keep these from Sigma because they're always so beautiful. So I did try to show you those in the up close shots as well. But what I want to do is do our cheeks first and then we will do eyes. So I am going to zoom you in a bit and we'll try both blushes on and we'll use the highlighter. Okay, so we're gonna play with the cheek palette. Now in this set, we do have the F44. I usually use this brush because I do have one for like bronzer, especially if I want like a bronzed glowy look and I don't need my bronzer to be like in a precise place. I want it to kind of be like diffused and blown out. But since I have this brush and I want to use it with the set, we're going to use it for one of the blushes. I think we'll go in first with Something Sweet, and we see like Belle and the Beast in this pan. So I'm going to just pick up a little bit on my brush like this. I'll use one side of the brush. These do have a mirror, these palettes. So I am wearing my Sigma bronzer today. In case you're curious, I'm wearing the matte bronzer. And I'm going to take this blush and I'm just going to lightly blend like this. I'm going to be gentle because like I said, I'm still having like a little skin sensitivity to where it's like doesn't feel the best when I touch my skin firmly. So I'm just gonna put the blush right here. Okay, so there is that first blush. Really pretty. It has a little bit of a sheen to it without being like sparkly or anything like that. So this is Something Sweet. I think that's a really, really pretty color. I'm gonna flip the brush and we are gonna go in with Beauty Within. This one looks like it's gonna be a little more glow, and we'll put this right over here on this side. All right, so I picked that up on the other side of the brush, and I'm just going to press that on. This is really, really beautiful. It has really nice pigment, but that one is definitely more glowy than the other. Like this one is glowy, but a subtle glow. This one, it's not like an intense glow, but it's definitely what I would call like a glowy blush. It has more glow to it. I know you can see really beautiful shades. Now I'm going to kind of even them out for the finished look. Like I'll take some of each to the cheeks, but I want to use the highlighter first. I want to go in with Lumiere. Okay, I've got this on my E61, and that is really pretty. Really, really beautiful. Oh, I like that shade a lot. Very pretty, kind of golden type of sheen, giving me a nice glow. I'm just going to kind of diffuse that. Isn't that pretty? I feel like it catches the light. Again, I can tell like how puffy my skin is. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. Not much I can do. It will go down. Maybe tomorrow will be even better. But my side effects usually last a few days, so there's not much I can do. I'm just gonna highlight this cheek. I'm going to even out, like put both blushes on both cheeks so I have a cohesive look. I'm going to prime my eyes with my Sigma Ignite eyeshadow base. I'm gonna zoom y'all in some more and we will create an eye look. All right, y'all, so I have my eye primer on. We're gonna do a somewhat simple look today. I just wanna be a little gentle to my skin. You can see like just a little puffy. So I really like that. Yes, this is mostly a neutral palette, right? We have some really pretty neutral shades right over here. I like that we have deep dark brown, deep dark navy. We have some mid-tone shades, but we also have this really beautiful light shade. And I feel like that does make the palette versatile. And even with all these neutrals, we do have the navy and we have this like pinky shade, a pink and a purple. So I don't know. I'm like, you know me. I want to do color, but I also feel like maybe I should explore the neutrals in here. I always want to do color though, but I keep letting this close on me and I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm off my game today. I also forgot to point out that you do get a double-ended brush in the Sigma palette, just like with most of their palettes, which I love, I always enjoy. So let's go in first, maybe with a little bit of Runaway, this warm brown, and then maybe we will kind of buff it out with Cogsworth right here, this shade. And we'll see where that takes us. I think maybe I will use this end of the brush first. And this has a rose on the ferrule, and this side over here has books. So you still get that beautiful detail. So I'm gonna start with the E38. Okay, so I'm gonna take that shade and I'm going to press it onto my primer first. And then I'm going to make sure that's where I want it, and then I think we are going to buff it out with Cogsworth. I just want to get this deeper shade laid down first, and I want to kind of bring the shadow out, but I'm kind of putting it high up. You can see if you, well, maybe not if you've never watched one of my videos, but if you have, like, I want to really just put this kind of where my socket would be and kind of try to help open up my eye. Since it is like puffy, I want to just try to bring the shadows up a bit to kind of open everything. So once I have that down like this, I will dip into the lighter brown shade and kind of buff it out. I quickly want to point out, if you see like my skin is kind of flaking a little bit, that is not the shadow, that is my skin. I'm just also a little dehydrated in my skin. So I just wanted to show you, can see like right in here my skin is just peeling a little bit, but I think it's a great day for me to use Sigma shadows because I do feel like their textures and everything are some of my favorites for when I am having some texture on my lid, because it just doesn't emphasize things that I don't want emphasized. Okay, so I'm gonna add in that lighter shade now, just kind of buffing and blending along the first shade we put down, giving a little more dimension. Everything is performing so far, like the face trio, the lip products, these shades, the brushes, everything is performing exactly how I expect it to with Sigma. Like no inconsistency or anything, which is what I expect, but just to let you know, I really hope that they continue on with this kind of Disney thing they've been doing once a year for holiday. I think it's super duper fun. Oh yeah, I really, really like that. This is the E24 and it is part of the set. So I'm just going to do the same thing over here. And then I think what we will do is take Beast, the navy blue shade in this palette, and we'll put that on the lower lash line. I think that's gonna be really nice with these browns that we have going on up top. Okay, I've got the Beast shade on the, I think this is the E15. It's one of the brushes from the set. And we're just gonna put that on the lower lash line. I'm going to keep it right in this area for now. And then once I feel like I have it right where I want it, like this, then I'm gonna go and start buffing back and forth like this, dragging it down a little lower, making sure I have a nice blend, trying to be a little gentle with my skin, but I want you to be able to see the blue even once like I have mascara and everything on. Okay, so we put Beast on the lower lash line. Now I want to deepen up the outer corner just a bit with this deep brown shade. This is called Forbidden. And I'm going to use the E55 in the set. I'm just going to press that on and kind of bring it out. I'm putting it right here at the lash line on my lid. And then I'm going to just bring it up and out a bit, like so, just pressing it on to kind of make a little bit of a wing with my shadow. And I don't really want to over blend or blend too much and lose this shape, but I am going to go back with that brush that we had our Cogsworth shade on, and I'm going to pull it out a little bit and just be very careful to blend while also leaving that more of like that kind of wing shape. Okay, I want to create like a shimmer on the lid. I want to go in with Enchantress. I think this kind of like grungy, dirty type of gold shade is gonna be really beautiful. So I'm gonna put this kind of all in here on the lid, and then I feel like I have to use the shade Belle, right? We have to use that. So I'm gonna put that on the inner part of the lid. And I think that'll be really pretty, and we'll still have that pop of blue. I could definitely do the purple or something like that as well if I want to, but I want to go in with Enchantress on this side of our double-sided brush, and I think it's going to be really, really nice. We'll see. I'm going to pick it up, and I am going to spray my brush with a little setting spray before I put it on. Okay, so I'm just pressing this right kind of on the center, and I'm not going to cover up that dark brown, but I'm going to put it right in here. There is also going to be a 7-pan mini palette available with this collection, and it is just 7 of the shades from this larger palette. It's not different shades, it's same shades, just not all of them. In case you like want to get something from the collection, but you really don't want this like normal size palette, you want something smaller, you want a mini palette, yeah, it's going to launch. Here it is on the card right here. So they'll have that one available. But isn't that gold super duper pretty? Especially with these browns and in like contrast to the blue on the lower lash line. I'm into it. All right, cleaned the brush on the switch, my Sigma switch, and now I'm going in with the shade Belle. I'm going to put that on the inner part of the lid, and then I'm going to kind of like bring it up high right in here. Let me turn so maybe you can see. Just to kind of open my eye up a little bit with the swelling that I'm having. I want to pull this up right in here just so that hopefully the light will catch and make my eye look a little more open. Bringing it up like this. I'm just, I love these Disney collections. I remember when Cinderella launched, I was like setting an alarm. I was actually on family vacation a couple years ago, and I'd set an alarm and I was like, I have to get this, and I ordered the whole collection. So beautiful, so happy with my purchase, but I'm just happy that they're like continuing on. I love the Alice collection. I loved like just seeing them have like this whimsical side. I thought that was so fun. And now I think this Beauty and the Beast is turning out to be the quality that I expect as well. So we've got that shade on. I do want to give us a little pop on the inner corner. So I'm going to grab this brush. This is part of my Sigma favorite set. It is out of stock right now, but it will be coming back in stock. I always have it linked in the description box. This is going to be perfect for highlighting the inner corner. It's going to be Winter's Night. This is one of Sigma's more like sparkly shadows. Really beautiful. Oh, I am loving, 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 loving. Oh, that's beautiful. So we had the more like smooth shimmers, and now we're adding one of the more sparkly shimmers. Okay, y'all, here is the finished look. I just put on mascara, a random lash, and some navy blue in the waterline. I am really liking this look. I thought it would be fun to do something more neutral since I do color so much. Instead of going in with that like navy everywhere, I just kept it to the lower lash line, and instead of doing the pink and purple, like I wanted to do something a little more neutral. So let's talk about the palette. So I think like when I'm looking at their whole Disney line, I think it was really smart of Sigma to do a palette that has mostly neutrals with just like 1, 2, 3, 4 pops of more colorful shades. Because when I look at, let's see, I pulled them out. When I look at the Cinderella palette, if I can pick it up, I do feel like Cinderella has like half colorful shades, half neutral shades. So if that's something you're more into, you have that with this one. And then if you look at the Alice palette, let me pull it out. The Alice palette is very colorful. So in contrast with the Beauty and the Beast, this one is colorful shades with a couple of pops of neutral. So when I'm looking at the Disney palettes, I definitely think it was wise to do a more neutral version. I like that we have the navy and the pale like yellow gold for Beast and Belle. All of the shadows performed beautifully. If you have Cinderella or Alice in Wonderland, the quality is consistent, really super beautiful. And then of course you get the beautiful Beauty and the Beast packaging. So 10 out of 10 for me. I really, really, really enjoy it. Very pleased with it. I will also say, let me make sure I put these inserts back in my palettes. Like I keep the little inserts. I don't want to lose them because they're so pretty. But if Sigma had not sent me this collection, I would have bought the full collection myself because I do really enjoy it. I like this face trio. If you want something from the collection, but you don't really feel like you need an eyeshadow palette, I really like that we have a blush trio. You still get that beautiful Beauty and the Beast packaging. You can feel the texture like Beauty and the Beast is raised, which I love. And then you get beautiful embossed pans, beautiful Sigma cheek formulas, nice mirror in here. So that would be the thing if you're like, okay, Heather, I just want to get one piece of the collection. I really like this face trio. Also really like the lip minis. I like the colors a lot, but if you're wanting something that is that Beauty and the Beast theme, I think the palettes have it, but you don't want an eyeshadow palette, check out the face trio. I love Sigma brushes. I have a ton. I still would have bought these because I love brushes for a limited edition collection, because a brush, did I say blush? I meant brush is never going to expire. So it's something that you will have like for years that's still that Beauty and the Beast theme. I love how each ferrule has a different character printed. And of course, it's the amazing Sigma brush quality. And then the bag, of course, you have that logo. You have Sigma on the other side. It doesn't come off. It's the beautiful navy blue with the yellow like interior. I think, listen, Disney for adults. That's what this collection is giving with the beautiful Sigma quality. So I'm very happy with my look. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it was helpful to you if you're considering this collection. But please remember, I'm never here to convince you to buy anything. I'm not a salesperson in any way. If you are on a low buy, a no buy, you're not even interested in makeup, shop your stash. I appreciate you being here hanging out with me. I do hope that you enjoyed watching. I had fun creating. It was nice to play with some makeup again after feeling down for a few days. So yeah, I'm excited. I will put links to everything I can down below in the description box. Please do subscribe. I have lots of videos coming. Lots of videos coming. So I will see you in another one very soon. Bye.